and welcome to Vista Voices Community Spotlight. I'm your host, Chris Vazana, and we have a very special guest today. Daniel Herskowitz from Engage will be playing his violin. Go ahead, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you for watching.
Hello, welcome to Lynch's Monthly Sports Jam. I am your host, James Lynch, and today we are going to explore the highest MLB payroll team, the New York Mets, that did not make the playoffs this year. With that said, they are the only team in MLB history to not make the playoffs in 2023, having the highest at $334.2 million, luxury tax paying about $100 million to go with their very high spending, and the cost added up for the whole season being approximately $420 million. Then in 2025, the payroll again was the highest, added up to be over $300 million, making them placed well over the big MLB competitive balance tax, possibly, which is a financial consequence for teams' payrolls when they go over the salary threshold for a player's payroll by not saving room for non-wealthy franchises, causing penalties with money from the league to pay a tax to the league after the season of 2025. After holding a competitive balance tax highest payroll for those 2 seasons, after leading it to a illegal luxury tax, if it ended up being that for the threshold to be a must to figure out this offseason. This all started after the 2022 season when the Mets signed Justin Verlander a year after spending big to a $86.7 million contract for 2 seasons with a 2025 option if he gets to the 140 inning threshold from $35 million, but you probably know there was no vested. And after signing Max Scherzer to a $130 million deal, having about an annual average value of $43.33 million, with possible award bonuses before it did not work out, either having to waive their no-trade clauses to give up talent or keeping both of them. Unless the team was given consent from them, which was given getting these 2 high significant contracts, it seems like these 2 starting pitchers, these guys will one day be future Hall of Famers. We're just not good enough as the Mets underperformed expectations heading into the July 31st trade deadline. The expectations were pretty high for the Mets as they were built to compete for World Series championships with these All-Stars. Although they were in their 40s, still believing that was good enough to be realistic to spend all this money. But the reality was that it was not good enough as they battled through injuries and poor performances from many key players on the team, including a below 500 record right before the trade deadline, becoming big sellers. That led to these Mets liking whatever teams proposed to trade, both giving up Max Scherzer, who was traded to the Texas Rangers for few prospects, which is talent raging high players in the minor leagues, and also Justin Verlander being traded back to the Houston Astros, which he won a few World Series with throughout the years for those very young prospects. Now, if you're wondering what those sellers mean, let's explain. It's when MLB teams think their teams are out of playoff contention and want to give up veterans to get back talented young prospects for the future from contending teams that don't cost as much compared to those older players on any MLB roster/team. We went to a team today, as I'm sure you've enjoyed this new topic, as I did for sure. Thank you for joining me on Lynch's Monthly Sports Jam. We will see you next time.
Hello and welcome to Real Deal. I'm your host Chris Fasano, and today I'll be reviewing K-pop Demon Hunters, available now on Netflix. The cultural phenomenon that is K-pop Demon Hunters deserves all the praise and adulation it's receiving, thanks in part to the wondrous animation which dazzles and entices with the style that is an amalgamation of anime tropes and stop motion and frenetic animation that benefited the Into the Spider-Verse movies, with a heartfelt message that will quell any cynic. The animated characters are so well acted and extremely relatable and provide a real reason to root for them. Story revolves around a K-pop girl group that moonlights as demon hunters. They are very good singers and have great synergy. However, when an upcoming male K-pop band beats Huntrix, the band, at an award ceremony, the female K-pop group it is revealed that the male K-pop group are actually demons who are plotting to open the barrier between humans and demons known as the Hun Moon. There's a budding romance between Yumi, the lead singer of Huntrix, and the lead singer of the K-pop male group, Even though they are sworn enemies, their differences bring them together, like their memories and their certain markings on their bodies. There is so much to be revered in this spectacular animated movie. The imagination that went into making this movie is unparalleled. The stakes are uniformly high, and the movie has a subliminal message about embracing who you are in a way that doesn't feel forced. In fact, all the messaging in this movie feels organic. It comes straight from the heart. The way the movie is written allows the script to be devoid of cliches and from other animated movies, and I assure you that this is not of Into the Spider-Verse. Overall, this is terrific entertainment that will appease kids and adults alike, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and tune in for more Real Deal reviews.
Welcome to Dave's Dugout. Hi, I am David Reese, and I am going to talk about this week's sports highlights. This week in baseball, the playoffs continue with the Blue Jays looking to advance in their series with the Yankees. Their offense has been on fire. This week in golf, most of the major players are on the. This week in golf, most of the major players are on the break, resting up after a long season and getting ready for the 2026 season. This week in soccer, the Harvard Athletic continue with one of their best seasons after winning a playoff game this past Saturday, 1-0 against Sacramento. This week in the NFL, the Patriots had a big victory against the Buffalo. This week in NFL, the Patriots had a big victory against the Buffalo Bills. There are no longer any undefeated teams. The Jets are the only team not to have a win so far this season. My favorite game of the week is Patriots winning against Buffalo Bills in Buffalo on Sunday night. The game I am looking forward to next is New England Patriots against The game I am looking forward to next is New England Patriots against New Orleans Saints, to see if New England can make it pre-conclusion and wins. See you next time at the dugout.
guys, this is Danny for Facts. I'm your host, Dina Lago. Los Angeles Rams has a second loss of the season with San Francisco for the Nanos. The next game is Baltimore Ravens in MD Bank Stadium at Baltimore, Maryland on Sunday, October 12, 2025. Los Angeles Rams never played with Baltimore Ravens since 2023 season. And according to the schedule, this season in 2025, they were back to playing against each other. This game is more intense and playing harder because Baltimore Ravens are a strong team along with Lamar Jackson. But Los Angeles Rams has defeated Adams. So this game will be the toughest game in the NFL 2025 season football for both of them. During the game, Baltimore Ravens will have a great start, and the Los Angeles Rams will finish hard at the end of the game to be tough on Baltimore Ravens. Coming to the overtime, they'll get a touchdown first between them, especially Los Angeles Rams to make the touchdown. Might be the Baltimore Ravens will win or not. Los Angeles will beat them, depends on the game goes. Also, this game will be the toughest game you ever watch on TV or in person. Going to NFL greatest games out there of the 2025 season. Check out more about Los Angeles Rams next time. See you later.
Hello, I'm Jack Calver, and welcome to the Math Corner, where I teach you math my way. Today, we'll be delving into solving triangles and proving that this picture demonstrates an SAR case. Side A, angle B, and side B over side C are all consistent. Cue the picture! First, note that both possible rays CB are mirror images. Ray CA is pointing to the left. So by the definition of sine, we know that the sines of the angles at point C are proportional to the rise of the same of rays CA1 and CA2 with control for circle size. Since the rays are mirror images, they are at the same height, and therefore sine angle C1 equals sine angle C2. Since B is the same angle for both triangles, sine angle B must be the same as well. That means that sine angle C over sine angle B is the same for both triangles, which means, by the rule of sines, that side B over side C is consistent. So, in conclusion, the picture shows that side A, angle B, and side C over side B produce two different triangles. Well, that's it for today's lesson. Tune in next week to learn several definitions of the derivative and that they are all equivalent. I'm Jack Calver, and this has been the Math Corner.